Hey, what's up everyone? This is Nevin. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create multiple location pages for each of your Autobidder pages. So as you can see here in this demo, I have one simple Autobidder pulled out here where a user can enter it. So what's the purpose of adding different location pages? Primarily the SEO effect for people who type in pressure washing prices in and then a particular location, or pressure washing prices near me. And then of course they're based on a location. So I've made demos like this before showing the importance of this. I'm just going to do a random one. Pressure washing prices Miami. I just want to do this as a demo so you get the point. Um, so you're going to see here, you've got the generative AI stuff, but then the first organic ranking, okay, you got the ads, and then like I said, the generative AI, but then the first organic ranking, if we go into it, is Power Wash Bros website. You'll see it's an auto bidder. And this is my website, powerwashbros.org. So if you guys want to test this out, you can. This is the old version, but it still works. It's been up for like 2 years now. So um, that's basically what we're getting at with that, is that you can rank towards the top of the search results when people search that term. And then you got Bluehost and other stuff showing up. So that's sort of the idea. So for those of you who are curious, what's the purpose of doing this? That's the purpose. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive into it. So all you got to do is start by having your normal Autobidder page. And of course, if you guys are not aware, you can have as many Autobidder pages as you want. So right here is just one. What I'm going to do is just duplicate it, and I'm just going to call it instant quote. All right, and now what I'm going to do is hide this. And so this is where it can get a little bit confusing. So what you're going to do if you want to create location pages, you need to go to collections, and you're going to do internal. Now you can also do Google Sheets and Airtable. That's more confusing though. If you have no idea what you're doing, probably just do it this way. So this one right here, I believe, is the URL. So it whatever you put right here is going to be basically what shows up right here after the URL. So for the fields, what you're going to want to do is set one. The first one, you're going to want to set it to city, and you can keep it rich text. And then you can just leave just the city if you want, and then put the same thing right there. Or you could also make this an image. So if you wanted to have like the background image, like the main background be the background of whatever the city is, that's kind of a cool thing you could do. So I'm going to call this city image. All right, so now basically this works similar to a Google Sheet. Now all you're doing is basically adding rows. So as you add rows, it's going to add more here. So this should give us okay, there we go. I was going to say this should give us the ability to edit it. So let's say the very first thing I would recommend is list out your list of cities. So let's just say I'm just putting up random stuff. Tampa, Orlando, Miami, Key West, Kissimmee, if I could spell it right. All right, whatever. I cannot spell Kissimmee. Okay, I'm just going to say Tallahassee. Probably can't spell that either, but you get my point. We'll leave it at that. We'll say 5, and that'll be good enough. And now for each one of the city images, I'm just going to go ahead and put in some random stuff for each one. Okay, I have to move my little video out of the way so I can. All right, there we go. And let's just fill in some random stuff here real quick. So then basically what we're going to do is we're going to associate the data with this to the page, right? So I'm just going to leave it at this because I think you get the point. And then you can add as many. If you want to add 30 in here, you can. If you want to add 40, do it. You can add whatever you want. Don't forget, though, if you're going to do this seriously, I'm not going to take the time to do it because, well, actually, for one, I will. Whatever the keyword is, like try to make the title this, because this all plays a role in your SEO. So for your URL tag here, try to put the location and the keyword in it. So just one thing to keep in mind. All right. And we'll call this, and you can do this for multiple, like you can have pressure washing prices, roof cleaning prices. Like you can do this with every industry or every niche and every location if you really wanted to go hard with it. All right. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and publish that now. So now what we're going to do is where the magic happens, that page that we created earlier. Well, what you're going to do in order to connect that data, you have to convert it to a dynamic page. And now we're going to select that collection. All right. All right. And so this is where we're going to start connecting widgets. So let's close out of that. All right, cool. So I would say try our free pricing tool, and I'll change this headline to say pressure washing price calculator. And then what you need to do in order to connect the data is put double curly brackets. And then we're going to go pull in the city that we just labeled. Now it's going to default it to whatever your default settings are. So I'm just going to go ahead and edit this to fit with the rest of the title so it doesn't stand out. All right, cool. So now we got pressure washing. And so now you see how it populates in Tampa. So I'm going to show you guys how to connect your locations here as well. There's a few different ways to do it, actually. All right, so there's the headline. Now, if you want to connect the image, what you would do is connect to data. And you would come in here and select AB locations, which is the thing we just created. And it should connect that image. Okay, let me go ahead and try that again. Okay, cool. Now, I think the image I set for that one was the same, so that's why it looks... Okay, there you go. Okay, it looks like it's alternating through them. Let's go ahead and just double check. Okay, here we go. So I selected all of the images. So what you actually want to do is just make sure you select just this one. That way it doesn't rotate through them. It only shows the one. So like the idea here is you might have a picture of the Tampa skyline. You might have a picture of Orlando skyline or some kind of, landmark from that location so that people from it would recognize it. That's kind of the idea. And then now, not only do you have this, and you can start doing SEO with it, but you can also run this as an ad with a Performance Max campaign. Again, I'm going to make another video talking more about that, and I have a video talking about the same concept. It's not Autobidder focused, whereas this one is Autobidder focused, but the concept's basically the same. Making use of dynamic pages and everything like that. So now, how do you add this to navigation or make it to where people can see it? There's a few different ways to do it. So I'll start with the easiest way. You might do something like this. You might come in here and add a row. And so what you're going to need is actually, there's a few different ways. So I'll start with the gallery. All right. So this is one way you could do it. You grab in a photo gallery. I usually don't do it this way. I usually use a list, but it works the same exact way. And then what you're going to do is right click the gallery, click connect to data, and you're going to click AB locations. And now it's going to pull in each of those images that we set. And it's going to link to each of those pages. So if we click it, it's going to take us to each corresponding page. So let's go back down again. And you can edit this however, is necessary, but let's cut that down to 3. All right, so you see how it's using the images that I set earlier. So now let me just preview it. And then if I click the Orlando one, you see how it takes us to the Orlando page. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it, I believe you can add it to, you should be able to show this on all. And then, oops. Okay, yep. So we'll display the city in the navigation, and then we'll put these as subpages of instant quote. All right. So now, if we hover over that, you can see each of those locations that you set. So if your customer is viewing this and they hover it, you can see, you can make this say, it doesn't have to say instant quote, you can make it say service cities or whatever. And now you see how it links to each of the locations. So that's it, guys. That's how you can do it. I showed you how to do it with 5. If you wanted to, you could put, like I said, you could put 100 in there if you want to. You could do as many as you want. And like I said, it's like an overpowered move, especially if you start using Performance Max campaigns with it, because it's just like the level of detail you get with it compared to a normal campaign is almost not fair. But yeah, that's it, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. Appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thanks. Have a great day.